Great. So, how are you? After a long time, we are seeing you face to
All
face.
good, all good, all good. Yeah,
Great.
that is good.
So, as I mentioned before, this interview I called for a
Hmm.
specific reason because, as I mentioned
Yeah,
before, we are participating in Gulf 2023.
yeah.
So, here we would like to circulate our February edition magazine across the participants.
Hmm.
So, in
Hmm.
that magazine, instead of focusing more on the content, we are focusing more on the visibility, exclusively for
Okay.
our sponsors and whoever is supporting us, because that's a very good platform. Over 3,000, 4,000 people participate, so it will be a good reach for all of the sponsors, including Mamta Commodities.
Yeah.
So that is the reason for why I called for. So normally what I am doing is I'm approaching the sponsors to write an article, but in this I wanted to take an interview with you so that we can talk freely, because this is technically the call is recorded. So
Yeah.
once this is over, I will be having the video. By listening to that, I can transcript into an effective article, so we can talk
Okay.
freely. This video will not be
Okay. Okay.
uploaded anyway.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
So just to give a brief about what is happening currently in Sesame market, because already for the weekly newsletter which I asked for, you have told
Hmm.
it's almost a bull run because of supply
Hmm.
shortages, and also the stock at
Right.
the origin level it is less. And China
Right.
also, they are not buying as what they did last year. So I just
Hmm.
want to know the entire brief from you.
Hmm. So as of today, today itself, market has been never at this high level ever. Currently, we are seeing what you can say price hikes in the local mandis of 300 rupees per 20 kg, which is like a lot considering what you can say. We never see this kind of jumps in sesame seeds, especially. Like normally the jumps that we see are like 1 rupee, 2 rupee per kg, max
Mhm.
3 rupee per kg if it's like a very strong day. And now like 20 rupees a kg in a single day. It's like a crazy run, crazy jump. So I would attribute this like there's an acute shortage of crop in India, especially after after what you can say it was kind of a repeat from last year when after what you can say during the harvest period there was like a lot of rains and all, and that basically destroyed a lot of the crop, and the sowing was also not that great,
Mhm.
and all in all, there wasn't much stock. And whatever stock was available, that wasn't also good quality stock. And that was mainly Halling quality. And like there wasn't good whitish quality stock available in the market. Plus, in addition, as I spoke earlier, that since the summer crop, a lot of it has been already been exported. So if you can consider like a winter crop of 2021, during that time we still had a lot of summer crop pending in the later season as well. So
Mhm.
that gives a cushion. Plus the crop, like the arrivals weren't that bad as it were in the 2022 winter season. Okay.
Okay.
So now there is like nowhere, like it's very difficult to find sesame in India actually. So everybody is like just fighting each other to get the secure the cargo, and due to which they obviously have to like increase the price and take the cargo. So that's currently what we are seeing. And the main problem is that it's not just India, it's the rest of the world as well. Like we are seeing a bad quality harvest in almost all the origins. I think none of the origins are reporting higher, what you can say, production than the previous year. Everybody is reporting like lower than previous year production. Okay.
Okay.
And considering and also considering that like last year also the production wasn't that great. Okay.
Mhm.
And like this year it's even worse than before. So there's definitely something really wrong with the crop on a whole on the worldwide level. So due to that, the farmers are just not bringing the cargo to the market. There is like what you can say, very less stock in the hands of the people, in the hands of the exporters. They are all in a oversold situation, quite
Mhm.
short. And due to that, obviously, when they try to find the cargo to cover for their contracts, they just aren't able to find the cargo that they require to complete the contracts. So that's why they just need to aggressively buy just to fulfill the contracts. And due to that, the market is going even higher and higher.
Clear.
That's what you're seeing.
And one more question it is rises. It's a very good explanation what you have explained now. Now I'm actually taking this discussion to the consuming side, because when it comes to this consuming markets, so there will be some resistance on prices. Let's say if there is a staple commodity like rice or wheat, so there is no resistance because it's on day-to-day consumption. But sesame seed, it goes for other extraction forms or something else. So when the market was buying the material for, let's say, $1,300, $1,400, now almost $300, $400 it has increased. So how the consuming countries are behaving to this? Are they reducing any requirement, or how they? Because when the availability is less, at the same time the price is high, how the consuming market is behaving to this one?
Oh, okay. So for that, I think we need to look back at the start of the season, like in October. During that time, it was anyways what you can say, shorter harvest in Nigeria and other with other countries as well. It was a delayed harvest due to flooding and rains and everything. China, the biggest market for the African seeds, they weren't touching anything actually. So that time the prices were around 1600, 1650 levels. It was at that time. And then gradually it came like sliding down. But even at 1550 levels or something like that, the Chinese just weren't interested in buying at that point. They thought the market would go even lower. So, and plus they had a COVID situation over there. So they were quite wary of buying anything at that time. Okay. So now at that, what happened was due to that, like we see what I can say, let's say around 2 to 3 months lag. Okay, in what you can say, from placing the order to it actually reaching the destination. Okay. So now what we are seeing is like the orders that were not placed in October, like now the arrival is low. Okay, and the port stock keeps on getting depleted. Okay, due to which the local market is also increasing. Okay, so there is like what you can say, consider like a 2-3 months lag between what you can say, the producing countries and the destination countries actually. Okay, so
lag, it is because of any logistics aspect, or
like what you can say, if like China would have like, let's say a lot of stock today. Okay, and let's say because of that they are not placing any orders. Okay, so maybe 2-3 months later on, by the time what you can say, the cargo is supposed to reach over there, but since they have not placed any orders, it wouldn't be reaching there, right? Because of that lag, I'm saying. Yeah, so later on the stocks would decrease like that. So
they were waiting for some time, provided there are some existing stocks.
Yeah.
So they were waiting for some optimal level.
There wasn't much buying what you can say at 1550, which were like pretty decent level. India bought a lot around those levels. At 1500 also there was like the market went 1500, 1490, 1480 for natural sesame seeds. And India, like what you can say, knew that there was a very short crop, and they kept on buying aggressively at that time. Okay. So from Sudan, from Nigeria, from other countries, they kept on buying, and good quantity of buying was there for like in a very short span of time, I would say.
And one more thing, because when it comes to this natural sesame seed export, India has already lost the market because of competitive prices from the African origins. So now, as per my knowledge, India's major market for natural sesame is South Korea. Till date.
South Korea, yes.
But right now, due to this price variations, for example, Indian natural sesame is trading at $2,100, if I'm not wrong.
Natural sesame, no, it would be higher than that today, actually.
Okay.
Like it would be around 2450 FOB.
My God. Yeah. So how, that means normally, out of our total exports, almost 36 to 40,000 tons we export to, South Korea. And when it comes to the South Korea's total buying, 50% would be from China and 45% from India, and the remaining 5% from other. This was the case since last year.
Yeah,
So
somewhat.
now the trend may change. So how in, because that means that 30 to 35,000 tons, which is subject to export from India, that will be locked.
Mhm.
Or
Mhm.
it has to be, go for hulling and it has to be exported to some other. So how you are seeing this aspect?
So I think India as such has an advantage when it comes to South Korean in terms of timing. Okay. So the logistic situation is very easy from India, like it isn't much hassle. And like there is a lot of import cargo also coming into India. They would definitely have export obligation, but what you can say, they can just what you can say switch out the import
Mhm.
cargo with the local hulling cargo, hull the what you can say local hulling cargo and export that, and in turn they can use the imported cargo, sort exit and send it to Korea. Something like that is also possible. This is just
Mhm.
between us. But yeah, that is also quite possible to do. And based on that, what you can say in P1, India should be competitive, even though the prices are quite high. It's very risky to do so, like do tender from very challenging to do what you can say fulfill a tender from let's say Africa.
Okay. As you are much familiar about the South Korean market, do you see any, reduction in requirement by South Korea because of this higher price? Normally they import close to 1 lakh tons, you say. So
Mhm.
right now, do you see any, cut down in requirements?
I don't think so. They would like reduce it by much. Like it shouldn't be the case. Like for a country like South Korea, they I would say overall can afford higher prices of sesame. Like overall in South Korea, the prices of sesame for the local consumer is anyways very high. Okay,
Mhm.
it's the highest in the world. It would be like $8, $10 per kg,
Okay. There.
which is like
So retail
yeah,
prices.
retail price. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Which
Okay.
is like what you can say
Almost
$8
640
per kg.
rupees.
But yeah, 600 rupees. Around that price, it should be. Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's anyways quite high. So maybe for them, let's say a price increase of 100 to $300 might not affect them that much
Okay.
on a what you can say consumer level. They are a rich economy. Because of that, I think they can afford a higher prices as well.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. And I don't see like that they would decrease the intake by a lot. Maybe they would just what you can say place themselves in such a situation that what you can say what you can say it is in line with the new crop.
Mhm.
They can get the new crop and at a what you can say a good price. But I don't think so. They would overall decrease their requirement for assessment.
Okay. And as you are intermediary between, the Indian manufacturers, sesame seed manufacturers, and the buyers in the overseas, especially South Korea or any other country. So right now, what is the, constraint of being faced by the Indian manufacturers because of this higher price? I think they may have to invest more working capital compared to last year. So what are the challenges are being faced by the manufacturers right now?
In India, so the major problem is there is what you can say lack of availability of crop in the local market. Okay.
Mhm.
So because of that, it's like very difficult to plan in such a way that you have the cargo available with you at the time when you need it. Okay. So
Mhm.
let's say if I'm a manufacturer in India and my new season is just over, like it's starting, and what you can say, there is a good amount of cargo in the local market. So I can pace myself in accordance to what you can say. I think my requirements would be for my factory for this month, or and next month I can plan later on. Okay. But now what has happened is that Indian manufacturers definitely would need to import raw material to be competitive against the rest of the
So
world.
from Africa.
Yeah, yeah, from Africa, mainly from Africa, maybe from Latin America. So yeah, so they need to import, and the what you can say the shipment period would vary from like 20 days to 60 days. Okay.
Mhm.
So, and in addition to that, they are just not what you can say open to the challenges or logistical challenges in India, but now they are open to the logistical challenges around the globe as well, supply chain challenges across the globe. So if I, as a manufacturer, want to export hull sesame in the month of what you can say March, okay,
Mhm.
so I would need to, let's say, book some cargo right now from some of the origin which can deliver it to me in 30 days. In addition to that, I have to think that there shouldn't be any what you can say logistical challenges in the origin country which is supplying the raw material to me.
Mhm. Mhm. Clear,
So
clear,
they are exposed to all of it.
clear. And recently, when I was talking to a person in Brazil,
Mhm.
the latest FOB I come to know that $1,350 to $1,400. FOB I'm
Mhm.
talking about. So add on to the the logistics cost, it would be landed in India almost about 1550 or 1600 maybe, a rough figure.
Yeah.
So that is still competitive compared to African origin, right? Compared to the current
That
offer.
is still that is still competitive, but I think at the moment it's very difficult to find offers from Brazil.
Okay.
Yes.
Clear. So, and one more thing, when you are actually normally, if correct me if I'm wrong, the buyer will call you. They will tell you that my requirement is 1,000 metric tons, and then you will approach the manufacturer, set of manufacturers who are in business with you. So you will be telling them that the requirement is 1,000 metric tons. Right now, do they have the availability, or immediately are they in the situation to supply?
So it's not exactly how it works. So it's both ways actually. Sometimes the buyer would say they have requirements. Sometimes the seller would say that they want to sell.
Mhm.
Sometimes we also ask the seller what's current prices and just stay updated. So if they have some good offers, we take the offers to the
Mhm.
buyer, our set of buyers,
Mhm.
and we offer it to them. So if it works for them, like if the prices work, if they're feasible, then they take a position.
Clear. So it's working on both the sides. Correct, clear.
Both the sides. Yeah.
And do you see any mechanization activities in India during that sowing time? Because whenever there is a huge rainfall during this Kharif time, so we are facing every year we are facing some yield losses and all. So is there
Mhm.
any new innovations which you have observed recently, like mechanization of harvest or anything else?
Mechanization of harvest is not really feasible in India because landholding of per farmer is very less. Okay, so we don't have what you can say a vast expanse of what you can say single holding land, what you can say acres and acres of land or holding with one single farmer. Okay, contiguous land with one farmer. So mechanized selling mechanized harvesting is not really feasible on a large scale in India. Maybe it's being going on in some regions of Gujarat. Let's say Halwad region in Gujarat, they are trying that out. But overall, it's the model like that they use in Brazil, in US, and other economies. It's not what you can say really suitable to our Indian needs. Okay, and other than that, to tackle what you can say the winter crop yield losses and due to rainfall and all, what you rightly I pointed out. For that, there I think this season there would be like a greater push on the summer crop actually. There would be like higher sowing in summer crop. There would be, I think, even IOPPC also tried to implement some what you can say process in UPMP states to what you can say encourage them to do irrigated farming during the summer season, because summer crop is the only thing I think which can really benefit India, because the main thing is it's predictable. Okay. So during summer crop, because it's irrigated farming, you are not that much exposed to the what you can say the weather factors. Okay. Heat and all definitely affects the crop, but it's still manageable. It's you wouldn't like the water supply you can still manage. It's like that. So and the yields are very good. So
Clear. So it was a fantastic conversation, Mihir. Actually, I have got some inputs. So I will write this an article, then I will send
okay,
it to you. So you can have a look and you can actually rectify is there anything to be removed or to be added.
okay, perfect.
Because to be clear, this is for visibility purpose.
Yeah, got it.
Sure.
So this is mainly on Indian side of things, or global side of things, or
No, 1 second, Mihir. Actually, some drilling sound is over there. I could not listen. I just close this door and come. Just hold on.
okay, okay.
Yeah, Mihir.
Yeah, I was asking that this article is what would be the title of the article? Like it's on the global scenario or the Indian
Yeah, it will be like a global scenario. I will give a title as, the views of Mamta Commodities, or some good title we will give accordingly, which is
Okay, okay.
catchy. So this will be on the
Sounds
global aspect only. I'm not restricted
sounds
to India or South Korea.
sounds good. Sounds good.
Yeah, great.
Also, I was wanted to ask, like, are you hearing any offers right now from Brazil or anything?
Yeah, Brazil, I have developed a contact now. So what I've been observed is there also is a similar case like what's happening in Africa. The left out material is very less, hardly about 15 to 20,000 metric tons, if I'm not wrong. So right now I'm getting the offer prices. If you want, I can share it to you weekly once,
Okay, okay,
whenever I
okay,
receive.
okay. All right. Who's the supplier, if you don't mind me asking?
Sorry?
Who's the supplier, if you don't mind me asking?
Her name is Najla.
Okay, Nazla. Okay, got it, got it.
Yeah, I think you know her.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No. She's like yeah,
I
got
think
it.
she is also a broker only over there.
Broker. Yeah.
So you used to buy from her sometimes?
Never used to back from him, but we were in like we used to share information and everything. Like,
That's fine, fine. Right now she has agreed to give me information. So from last week, she is giving weekly once at least.
that's good. That's great.
Great.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Mihir.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.